Today we're going to be playing Kyle is Famous. I have no idea what this game is about. All I know is it's supposed to be comedic, it's supposed to have funny endings, and it's supposed to have multiple endings, kind of like other games. So let's get into it. Kyle wakes up. He is famous. Kyle is host of the most popular talk show in recent memory, Stay Up Late with Kyle. Stay Up Late with Kyle has grown in popularity quickly in the last year, and the public has noticed. Inside has called Kyle. Who is the inside? Like, who's inside? I don't get it. Inside has called Kyle a most excellent dumpy white man. A dumpy white man, huh? Top Tech noted that Kyle is inspiring youth to explore STEM fields. Most other talk shows are dedicated to discussing Kyle and his personal details. Most online videos are best of clips taken from Kyle's latest broadcast. The eye of the world is upon Kyle. Tonight is Kyle's most important guest interview yet. Stay Up Late with Kyle will be featuring Rachel May. She is a kind and lovely philanthropist. She is dear to the hearts of many. This interview requires preparation. Kyle cracked his eyes open, knowing today is his last chance to prepare for the interview. Kyle has 30 hours left. He must choose his actions wisely. I assume this is where the game somewhat starts. Oh, so I choose decisions. Kyle's first decision of the morning was made wisely. Wither away or exit the bed. What is wither away? What? Okay, exit the bed, I guess. Kyle exited his bed and took a quick glance around his bedroom. Exit bedroom to hallway. Scavenge. Sit at desk. Open the closet. Um, I guess we'll sit at the desk. Kyle made his way over to his desk. What is this? So he has an important interview. Okay. So and we'll get multiple other ones. So we'll choose other ones next time. Okay. Kyle made his way over to his desk and sat down. Write notes for an interview. Let's try to do well the first time around, because then we'll go a little more adventurous and more adventurous and more adventurous. Write notes for an interview. Kyle wrote down his first question. Are you a mother? Am I a mother? Is your mother a mother? Are you a mother? Kyle wrote down his second question. What are some diet tips? Beef, mash, or blended? Ever eaten a raw egg whole? What are some diet tips? Kyle wrote down his third question. Do you ever smile? I purposely ran over a puppy. Okay, so we definitely are going to get a lot of different interesting ones. Kyle wrote down his last question. What's your guilty pleasure? Do you feel guilty? Are you guilty? Kyle ripped his page of notes out of the notebook and got up from desk. Kyle made his way over to his desk and sat down. Check in desk drawer. Kyle opened up the side drawer on his desk and grabbed one of the items stored in there. Sorry, change. Small key. What's the small key? Kyle grabbed the small key he kept in the desk. Back to desk. Kyle made his way over to the desk and sat down. I want that sort of change too. Kyle scooped up the change scattered around the desk. Back to desk. Back to room. Alright. Let's open the closet. Kyle opened the closet. It was dark and he could only really see his hanging shirts. Choose an outfit. Kyle decided to take some time to choose the perfect outfit, knowing how important appearance is. 13 hours until the interview. Suit of armor, skunk pasties, gin, a slick suit. Kyle miraculously crammed his dumpy body into the suit. The chest pockets were filled with random knickknacks. Back to room. What is scavenge? Cal quickly crouched down on the floor, realizing his immediate need for bugs, gossip. Back to. Alright. Kyle moved into the small hallway that connects the rooms of his apartment together. Um, check locked door. Kyle walked over to the strange door in the hallway, but found quickly that the door was locked from the inside. 7 hours. Force the door with forehead. Return, leave apartment. Kyle walked out into the middle of the road and took a long pondering look around. Uh, Visit tech store? Kyle walked into the clean white tech store he was, greeted by Techno Jim and an elaborate cutout mascot with flashing lights. Still Techno Jim? Buy batteries or change. Ask attendant for free samples. Kyle counted out $1.98 in pennies and nickels and traded them for a small packet of batteries. Back to tech shop. Return. Ask attendant for free samples. Kyle asked the store attendant whether or not they offered free samples. The attendant gave Kyle a confused look and slightly vacant look. Kyle began to beg for a free sample. Wanting Kyle to leave, the attendant grabbed a decrypt phone meant for spare parts and held it out. Grab with hand. Grab with hand. More. Kyle, sitting across from his host chair, was a glamorous woman with the air of junior. As Kyle approached, Rachel looked up and smiled. Good evening, Kyle, she said, looking him in the eyes. I've been waiting, looking forward to you here. Kyle responded, scream and spin in circles. I'm gonna definitely have fun this next time around. And I as well, Rachel, answered Kyle, extending his hand in greeting. You are a most welcome guest. After other mild exchange of pleasantries, Kyle and Rachel were prompted to take their places for the broadcast. A moment after the seating, the studio lights brightened and the cameras clicked on. Good evening, everyone, said Kyle, looking at the camera. Welcome back to Stay Up Late with Kyle. Tonight I have the pleasure of interviewing the lovely Rachel May, who needs no more introduction. Kyle motioned to Rachel, who smiled and waved at the camera. Hello, Kyle, she said. I'm glad to be here. In response, Kyle collapsed on the floor. From a combination of stressful preparation and not eating anything, Kyle had passed out. Nobody in the studio quite knew what to do with him. They began to poke Kyle in the back to see if he moved. After a while, they ended the broadcast, shut off the lights, and went home. Kyle was left face first on the floor. Kyle prepared by starving himself. I was not expected to starve myself from this. Okay, let's reset. Browse social media. Kyle's first decision in the morning was made wisely. Wither away. Decided to stay put and wither away. Kyle withered successfully and died. Shucks. Kyle is now a ghost. This does not relieve him of his responsibilities. What? Get out of bed anyway. Kyle exited his bed and took a quick glance around his bedroom. Scavenge. Gossip. Kyle firmly pressed his ear into the carpet, hoping to hear some stray words from the neighbors below. I heard Rachel May is going out on a trip out of the country soon. Oh, girlfriend, tell me more. Well, what I will tell you is that every night I don a mask that looks like a bug, and if I missed yours, there was a stunned silence, then a door opened and someone exited the neighbor's apartment. Okay. Uh, Open the door. It was dark. Choose an outfit. Um, well, I'm dead anyways, so does it really matter what I wear? Skunk pasties. Kyle chose a pasties made out of mashed skunk flesh. Getting the slimy garments to stay proved difficult, so Kyle opted to stick them to his body with hot glue. Okay. Sit at desk. Check in desk drawer. Small key. Back to desk. Um, Back to desk. Okay. Back to room. Exit bedroom. Move to kitchen. Open fridge. Eat crust on fridge wall. Eat condiments. Let's eat the fridge. Cal pointed his neck directly upwards and hoisted the fridge on top of his face. Somehow, miraculously, he wrapped his mouth around the device. He started to swallow. In one slow, horrible movement, the fridge slid down Kyle's throat. After many gurgles, pops, and snaps, Kyle felt relatively sure the fridge would not come back out. Kyle walked to the center of the kitchen. Returned to hallway. Uh, Leave apartment. Kyle hurried to the set. Per normal, he ceased to be a ghost before he arrived. per normal. Sitting across from his host chair was a glamorous woman with air genuinely a portrait. Rachel, okay, same thing. Kyle responded, um, I'll answer politely. And you're a most welcome guest. Shake hands. After other mild exchange of pleasantries, Kyle and Rachel were prompted. A moment after seating, the studio light gossip about neighbor. The studio lights brighten the cameras to start the broadcast. Introduce Rachel. Kyle vomited all the horrible things he had eaten earlier on the floor. But how did he vomit up a fridge? That's how. Rachel looked at Kyle, concerned, gave a couple coughs, and decided to play it cool and keep the show running. Kyle stopped, then vomited again, then continued with a shaky voice. Tonight I have the pleasure of interviewing the lovely Rachel May, who needs no more introduction. Kyle motioned to Rachel, who smiled and waved at the camera. Hello, Kyle. She said, I'm glad to be here. Well, I'm sure we'll have a lot to discuss, so we might as well dive right in, said Kyle. I'm very ready, said Rachel. In shock, Kyle realized he had not bothered to prepare any notes for the interview. Knowing he had the eyes of millions upon him, Kyle came up with a solution quickly. Play dead, run away, blame Rachel for lack of notes. Play dead. Kyle slumped in his seat and played dead. Kyle, what are you up to? asked Rachel, still smiling. Kyle did not respond and hoped nobody would ask questions. Kyle, why are you pretending to be dead? asked Rachel. I can see you breathing. Kyle held his breath. Pretty whispered to Rachel over her earpiece. Give him a couple slaps across the face and see if he wakes up. Rachel got up from her chair, walked to Kyle, and slapped him firmly across the face. Rachel slapped Kyle, continuously trying to get him to stop play acting. Other members of the crew stepped into frame to start slapping Kyle as well. Soon Kyle was lost in the mass of people around him, all slapping his face with both hands. The slapping went on for many hours. Kyle did not wake up. Eventually, Kyle did not need to pretend to be unconscious. Kyle prepared by dying. Okay. But he already died from the oh my god. Okay, browse social media. Kyle started to scroll through news articles on his phone. The worst thing to do. Stay up late with Kyle ranked number one and number two on television. Get out of bed. What is this? I don't know even know what this means. Open the closet. Let's see if I can get all this stuff perfect. Exit bedroom. Move to kitchen. Open fridge. Prepare breakfast. Eat. Kyle ate his breakfast slowly and thoughtfully, enjoying every bite. He felt refreshed. Kyle, so what is this? Oh, I gotta write notes. Um, return to bedroom. Um, sit at desk. Write notes for interview. Are you a mother? What are some diet tips? What's your funniest story? What's your guilty pleasure? Back to desk. Back to room. Okay. What are these things? I don't get what these things are. Leave apartment. His downstairs neighbor. More. A middle-aged woman named Gabby answered as she looked at. Ask, ask Gabby about Rachel. Gabby, what are your true thoughts about Rachel? Oh, Rachel? Gabby said she's a wonderful woman. Her generous acts have inspired more good work than bad. Gabby trailed off, not meeting Kyle's eyes. After several couple minutes of silence, Kyle turned around and left. Kyle hurried to the set, sitting across from. I don't get what these are, what these note, because this is like checked off, so I don't know. Kyle, sitting across from his host chair, was a glamorous woman with an air of genuinity. Rachel. Good, good evening, Kyle, she said. Kyle responded. So politely, shake hands. More, start broadcast, introduce Rachel. More, glad to be here. Well, I'm sure we'll have a lot to discuss, so we might as well dive right in. I'm ready. So far it's going well. What are what are some diet? Rachel, you managed to keep such a thin and healthy figure. So Cal, what is your best diet tip? Well, a good diet starts with a plan, answered Rachel, and don't break it. Cheat days can turn into a bad habit. But she continued, that doesn't mean a midnight snack here and there isn't allowed, she smiled. Kyle looked at his fat self, decided to not comment, and moved on. Kyle asked another question. What's your funniest story? You've been involved in a lot of different things, said Kyle, but what's your funniest story? Well, that's a great question, Kyle, said Rachel. I think the story I always remember is the first time I tried to make dinner for my family. In the soup I made, I swapped out the water with milk. How do you do that? And tipped the whole jar of salt in the pot. While my family was sick from trying to eat it, I swiped their things and locked myself in my bedroom. Rachel laughed elegantly. Kyle decided to move on. Kyle asked another question. What's your guilty pleasure? We all have one. What's your guilty? Oh, well, that's an easy answer, said Rachel. Dipping pickles in chocolate sauce. What? Might sound strange, but it's tangy and sweet at the same time. I eat it far too often, Rachel smiled. Kyle asked another question. Are you a mother? Rachel, I and many others would love to know. Are you a mother? Kyle looked up from his notes. Well, being a single woman with a career, she answered, that's not something that has crossed my mind. Rachel smiled gently at Kyle. Very reasonably indeed, said Kyle. He referenced his paper questions. After reading his final question, Kyle looked up from his paper. Well, Rachel, he said, I think that's all I was planning on asking you. If that's the case, Kyle, may I ask you something in return? Asked Rachel, smiling one more time. Do you prepare for your interviews in advance because you seem very together? Before Kyle could answer, the camera shut down. The broadcast was over. Kyle returned home knowing the interview had gone well. But as he lay in bed and drifted to sleep, he felt that perhaps something was still missing. Cal prepared very well. Okay. Exit the bed. Open the closet. Choose an outfit. Suit of armor. Kyle was unsure of what exactly caused him to decide to wear his armor, but it felt like the right thing to do. After much squeezing and sweating, Kyle managed to wrap the metal suit around his dumpy self. Kyle returned to the center of his bedroom. Let's what's the locked door? Force the door with forehead. Kyle decided it would be best to try to force the door open with the use of his face. After smashing his features into solid wood for several minutes, Kyle gained severe short-term dementia. Oh, brother. Move to kitchen. Open fridge. Eat crust on prepare breakfast. Kyle constructed breakfast of poached eggs and toast along with a small fruit. Eat. Return to kitchen. Return to hallway. Uh, leave apartment. Visit tech store. Steal Techno Jim. Quickly before the attendant could acknowledge him, Kyle grabbed Techno Jim by the shoulders. Finding that Techno Jim's cardboard feet were bolted to the ground, Kyle started to pull upwards forcibly. After several tugs, Techno Jim broke free, leaving one foot and one leg behind. Kyle glanced at the attendant, who was staring bewildered, and ran outside. Kyle walked out into the middle of the road and took a long pondering look around him. Kyle approached his downstairs neighbor and knocked a middle-aged woman Gabby, and she looked at Kyle excited. Scream and spin. Consume Gabby? Yes. Kyle unhinged his jaw and swallowed Gabby whole. Job done. Kyle returned to the middle of the street. Returned to apartment. Checked locked door. Kyle hurried to set. Sitting across from what the heck? Sitting across from his host chair, the glamorous woman approached. Interview Techno Jim instead. Oh no. Forget her. Hello, you. Kyle's ears began to ring from his concussion. Kyle looked at Kyle, slightly confused, but continued smiling. Before she noticed the glazed look in Kyle's eyes, the producer approached. Time to get started, he said, putting a hand on Kyle's shoulders. Let's get stationed. Kyle sat in the nearest chair. Rachel, her seat stolen, sat in the host chair. A moment after seating, the studio lights brightened and the cameras clicked on. Good morning, everyone, said Kyle. My name is, Kyle made a desperate effort to remember his name, or really anything. Kyle looked at Rachel. Do you know who I am? Yes, Rachel looked back confused. Who are you? Well, if you're not Kyle, I don't know who you are. Rachel smiled sweetly. Kyle made up his mind that he was probably Kyle. Well, he said, I'm Kyle, a long silence. Eventually, Rachel spoke. And I'm Rachel. Hi, everyone, she waved. Hi, Rachel, said Kyle. So, why are you here? Rachel was visibly worried. Haha, funny, she said. Were you planning on asking me any questions? I mean, I don't have any ideas, said Kyle. Kyle kept staring at Rachel. Someone coughed. Kyle looked around and noticed the crew. Who on earth are all of you? He asked. Nobody answered. Kyle got out of his chair and walked off frame, leaving Rachel alone with millions of viewers. Rachel started to attempt to entertain the audience herself. Eventually, the producer ended the broadcast early due to technical difficulties. Kyle woke up in his bed the next day, remembering nothing about what happened. Kyle forgot everything. Okay, exit, exit. Well, let's see. We won't. What if I don't? What if I don't wear anything? What happens then? Wait. Return to apartment. Wait. Um. If I don't do. What if I just don't do anything? I just scavenge resources. Kyle began to comb through damp piles of filth and mold on his floor in search of helpful. After finding and eating a few bits of crumbs and old cheese, Kyle found something much more important. Indeed, it was the corpse of Harry, a friend that had gone missing years ago while at Kyle's house. Kyle was glad to see him again, but was unsure whether to interrupt such an important day with Harry business. Leave him for another time. Deal with Harry. Kyle hoisted Harry onto his shoulders and took him outside. Kyle began dragging Harry's body down the street, drawing many, many stairs. Kyle knew exactly where he needed to take Harry's corpse on a lovely play date, just the two of them. Kyle and Harry started at the arcade. Kyle used Harry's arms to operate the joysticks and push buttons. After 5 or 6 different games, the two friends had enough tickets for a single candy bar. They took their prize to the local park for eating. Kyle tried to feed some of the chocolate bar to Harry, but Harry seemed to not have an appetite. After eating, Kyle noticed a nearby playground. He dragged Harry over. Kyle tried to figure out a way to swing Harry on the swing set, but lacking the ability to grip, Harry kept falling out. Instead, Kyle started to lug Harry to the top of the slide and shove him down instead, time and time again. Finally, Kyle took Harry to the movies and see as many pop films as their pocket change allowed. Kyle quickly found that he had no pocket change, so he searched through Harry's corpse until he found his wallet. Kyle bought 2 tickets to a love romance. After getting inside, Kyle left Harry to go find a restroom. By the time Kyle had finished using the restroom, he had forgotten that he brought Harry along. Kyle watched a love romance by himself. Harry's corpse sat on the bench in the auditorium. While Kyle was in the movie, a beautiful thing happened. Harry's corpse, imbued with the power of friendship and love, and was reanimated. Harry's old, rotten flesh gained color and life. His fingernails regrew. His missing eye came back. By the time the movie was over, Harry was able to greet Kyle with a large, friendly hug and his old self. Kyle was confused, but delighted that his long-lost friend met him on his way out of the theater. The two made plans to get drinks together and parted ways for the day. Kyle returned home forgetting about the interview with Rachel. Kyle helped a friend. Okay. Alright, let's not do that. Let's return back to the bedroom. No, I don't want. Let's sit at the desk. Let's check the desk drawer. Oh, a small key. Back to that. There's a flashlight. Exit the bedroom. Check the locked door. Back to hall. You think you would be able to return to scavenge? Exit bedroom. Um, leave apartment. Visit tech store. Give review of free sample. This phone, said Kyle, is several years old and has exposed wires coming out the back. Kyle continued. The phone also has had screen issues after I used it to hammer nails into the wall for a painting. Furthermore, when I submerge it in water, I get severely shocked until it runs out of battery. Then Tennant looked at Kyle, pursed his lips, and said nothing. Feeling he had made his argument, Kyle decided to leave. Kyle walked out into the middle of the road and took a long, pondering look. Steel Techno Gym. Quickly, before the attendant could acknowledge him, Kyle took it, pretty much, returned to apartment. Alright. Rachel's smile quickly turned to shock as she realized Kyle had not put on clothes that day. Kyle waved and smiled broadly. Rachel uncomfortably averted her eyes. Kyle started making his rounds around the room, greeting each crew member, none of whom looked at him directly. As it became apparent that Kyle had no intention of leaving, Rachel made some excuses and exited the set. One by one, the crew followed suit. Kyle was left all alone. Kyle prepared by being a nudist. Simple enough. Alright, exit the bed. Let's see how much stuff we can do in the short amount of time. Let's do jeans and swimming goggles, scavenge, resources, found a corpse of Harry, leave him. Um, we'll scavenge, gossip, listen to their gossip. Let's exit the bedroom. Let's move to the kitchen. Let's open the fridge. We'll eat some condiments. Kyle started to grab condiments from the fridge, squirting them into his mouth with both hands. The, the rate at which ketchup, soy sauce, and other items entered Kyle's mouth soon overrode his ability to swallow. Kyle spewed the excess condiments across the kitchen, covering the furniture walls. Kyle continued until all the cons had been emptied. Kyle walked to the center of the kitchen. Let's check the pantry. Kyle wanted to access the pantry but found it was locked with a small keyhole. But I have the key, don't I? I don't. Return to bedroom. Or exit. Alright, we'll do that. Sitting across from his host chair was a glamorous woman. Was her. I want to do this one. Scream and spin in circles. Kyle started to stretch out his arms wide, tilted his neck upwards, and was interrupted by his producer telling him and Rachel that it was time to start the show. At a moment after seating the studio, lights brightened and the cameras clicked on. Let's little gossip about the neighbor. Good evening, everybody, said Kyle. My neighbor's a bug vigilante. With nothing more to say on the matter, he fell silent. Rachel, also on the camera, stared at her ends and wondered when she was going to be introduced. The producer started cutting to different camera angles to break the tension. Kyle continued to remain silent, stare forward blankly. After several minutes, neighbor Gabby walked out onto set. Hi everyone, she said, smiling hollowly. My name is Gabby, and I'm not a bug vigilante. False! Kyle looked at Gabby, and then returned to staring forwards. Gabby began to reply, but was interrupted by a bug-shaped intercom on her belt. Bug girl, it squawked. A robbery is in progress on East 3rd. Report M. Gabby threw the intercom on the ground and crushed it under her foot. After a beat, she spoke, and something has come up suddenly, and I must go. Gabby left the seat. Well, said Kyle, that's all the time we have for tonight. Thanks for joining us, Rachel. Kyle got up, shook Rachel's hand again, and walked past the cameras, leaving her alone. Not knowing what else to do, the producer ended the broadcast. In the coming days, fans of both Rachel and Kyle dubbed the show as a masterpiece of television. Stay Up Late with Kyle's online pages were updated to reflect this broadcast as the most popular ever. Kyle's producer later tried to have Rachel on the show again, but she was very, very, very busy. Kyle talked about Gabby. Exit the bed. Um, alright, let's open the closet. It was dark and he could not. Okay. Let's wear a suit of armor. Because suits of armor are always good. Let's sit at the desk. Let's write notes for the interview. Am I a mother? Uh, ever eaten a raw egg? Do you ever smile? Do you feel guilty? Check and gesture. Small key. Back to desk. Back to room. Let's exit the bedroom. Let's move to the kitchen. Let's check the pantry. Let's lock it with a small key. The pantry door locked, creaked as if it hadn't moved for years, but eventually opened. Instead of an assortment of canned goods and grains, Kyle's pantry stored his massive amount of bottled lard. Chug a bottle of lard. Ignore the pantry for now. Grab a bottle of lard. Grab a bottle of lard and stash it on his person for later use. Return to hallway. Return to bedroom. Wait, exit bedroom. Leave apartment. Visit tech stores. Give review. A free. Okay. We gave a review. All right. As Kyle approached her, Rachel looked up and smiled. Good evening, Kyle, she said. looking him in the eyes. I've been looking forward to this. Answered politely. After other mild exchanges of pleasantry were prompted to take places. A moment. Good evening, everyone, said Kyle, looking at the camera. Welcome back to Stay Up Late with Kyle. Tonight I have the pleasure of interviewing the lovely Rachel May, who needs no more introduction. Become Rachel May. However, said Kyle, suddenly dropping his voice, Rachel May is not sitting next to me. She is not new to this show. She did not walk in before me. In fact, said Kyle, I am Rachel May. Rachel looked at Kyle confused and suddenly mouthed the words, You are who? Kyle stood up quickly and threw his arm high above him, pointing upwards. I've never been Kyle, he shouted. I've never been the host of the show. Stay up late with Kyle. Kyle looked and pointed directly at the camera. I'm here for but one reason, to interview myself. Kyle sat down in his chair and went to produce the notes he had taken earlier. Kyle read the first question on his list. Are you a mother? Well, he said, brightening, I'm glad you asked. Yes, I produced many, many children. In fact, said Kyle, motioning to Rachel, one of my children is sitting here with me today. Rachel looked incredibly confused. After a moment, Kyle spoke again. I am your mother. He stood up again. Give me a bug. Oh, a big hug, daughter. After a moment, after a moment more, Rachel shrugged, stood up, and gave Kyle a hug. The interview continued, Kyle talking about his supposed raising of Rachel and their times together. Rachel engaged in the interview with exuberance, answered questions as best as she could, enjoying every moment. From this episode, Rachel's childhood and family became a debated topic in our fan base. When fans asked Rachel about the matter, she would giggle and make a joke about the interview. Scientists and fans began to dig deep, finding evidence both for and against the Kyle's Rachel's mother theory. But no matter how much anyone dug, nobody was able to come to a conclusion on the matter. Kyle had created a public mystery. Kyle created mystery. Let's wither away. Is a ghost. Get out of bed anyway. I'm a ghost. I'm a spooky, spooky ghost. Alright. Let's sit at desk. Let's check in desk drawer. Let's grab a flashlight. Kyle grabbed the flashlight, but after jiggling the switch, he found it was out of batteries. Check in. Small key. Wait, wasn't there battery somewhere? Is your mother a mother? Ever eaten a raw egg hole? I purposely ran over Bobby. Are you guilty? Check in desk drawer. Back to room. Um, Open the closet. Choose an outfit. Slick suit. Exit bedroom. Move. Check pantry. Unlock it with a small key. Look in pantry. Chug a bottle large. Kyle vicariously grabbed the closet bottle, snapped the neck against the wall, and sucked it out, all the fat. Within a minute, chug a bottle large. Kyle wildly downed another bottle. He felt very sick. Vomit on the floor and stopped. Kyle hurried to the set. Per normal, the ceased to be a ghost before he arrived. As Kyle approached, looked up and smiled. We've already known that. Kyle responded. Kyle started to stretch out his arms upwards and was interrupted. Good evening. Kyle vomited all the horrible things he had eaten earlier. Rachel looked at Kyle, then vomited again. Tonight, I have the pleasure of interviewing. Kyle motioned to Rachel, who smiled and waved at the camera. Hello, Kyle, she said. I'm glad to be here. Well, I'm sure we'll have a lot to discuss. I'm very ready, said Rachel with a whine again. Ever eaten a raw egg hole? Hey, Rachel, ever eaten a raw egg hole? Asked Kyle. Like shell and all? Asked Rachel. Kyle continued. I have, like, a lot. It's really bad, though, so sometimes I spit it back up. There was a silence, but actually it gets easier the more you do it, continued Kyle, without losing momentum, so don't start, I say. Rachel chose to not answer and look in another direction. Is your mother a mother? So said Kyle. My mother is my mother. My mother's mother is her mother. And my mother's mother. And many mothers have mothers. Mother's mother. Is your mother a mother? Rachel went to answer and stopped. I believe she said eventually that I should answer yes. Kyle asked another question. Are you guilty? Rachel, are you guilty? Kyle threw his questions on the floor, stood up and pointed at her. Kyle's eye twitched slightly. Guilty of what, dear Kyle? She smiled dingerously. Guilty, spat Kyle, of your crimes. Rachel did not answer. Her eyelids both started twitching uncontrollably. Call police. Kyle pulled out his phone and dialed the police. Hello, police, said Kyle. I believe I have found a criminal. Rachel began to run towards the exit. On her way, she swatted Kyle's phone out of his hand. Let her go. Tripper. Kyle stuck out his leg. Rachel stumbled and crashed to the floor. But in a moment, she was on her feet. She drew a blunt weapon seemingly out of thin air and started to swing at Kyle. Oh my gosh, this is loud. Before Kyle had a chance to react, a figure burst through the roof and blocked Rachel's attack. It was a middle-aged woman in a bug-shaped mask. She's brandished a bug-shaped stick. The woman began to fight with Rachel. Oh my gosh, I gotta turn this down. If I can. I don't think I can though. The woman began to fight with Rachel, flicking her weapon back and forth with surprising speed. Oh, brother. Rachel tried to fight back, but it was obvious she was no match for the interceptor. With one quick move, the bug vigilante drew her foot higher above her head and drove it straight into Rachel's hand. The weapon clattered to the floor. Rachel attempted to run again, but was met with a stick to her leg. She fell at the feet of a police officer just right from Kyle's call. Rachel was charged with 7 cases of grand larceny. After her first month in jail, Rachel started a reality TV show filmed in herself about prison cooking. The show gained immense popularity, and somehow the public began to love Rachel all the more. Cal made guest appearances on Rachel's show many times. The identity of the vigilante was never known. She remained a mysterious but important part of local law enforcement. Rachel started a new show. Okay. Browse social media. Read article. Read more. Read more. Read more. Read more. Who's the bug vigilante recently spotted? Spotting pursuing larcenist. Kyle fails to show up to several charity events. Bug vigilante shows up to charity events with fresh baked pastries. Donations flourish. Hot dogs making resurgence as fuel source for both humans and tugboats. Phone model recalled. Techno gym stirs blame overuse by customers. Kyle's phone exploded in his hands from overuse. Get out of bed. Kyle exited his bed and took a quick glance around his bedroom. Sit at desk. Check in desk drawer. Flashlight. But was out of bed. Back to room. Scavenge. Resources. Leave him for another time. Scavenge. Bugs. Eat immediately. Oof. Exit bedroom. Move the bedroom. Um, Rachel smiled quickly, turned to shock as she realized he had not put clothes on that day, and then it became being a nudist. Okay. Wither away. I'm gonna wither away. Get out of bed. Let's exit the bedroom. Wait. Actually, I gotta return to bedroom, put on clothes, slick suit, return to bedroom, exit bedroom. Um, do return. Let's leave apartment. Haunt around. Kyle felt a sudden pull on his heart. Had he abandoned his job as a ghost? Was he fulfilling a spooky ether world that he had set while lying in bed this morning? Kyle realized he had no other choice. He must spend his day spooking about. Kyle decided to should make a plan about who or where he should spook. Spook himself? Spook neighbor Gabby? Spook the interview. Kyle thought that it would be best to continue his daily course, but with a twist. Today he would still go to his studio, but instead of conducting an interview, he would haunt. Excitedly, Cal made his way to the studio early to find the best spot to conduct his ghostly activities. The studio was empty, being so early the crew wouldn't arrive for several hours. Cal gleefully skipped around the building, finding the best spot for himself to hide. After searching for some time, Kyle decided to hide behind the guest chair. Kyle quickly placed himself down and drew his legs to his chest. Soon the crew began to arrive and set up for the interview that night. Invisible to all senses, Kyle went undetected. He watched as cameras were set up, screens were turned on, and pages were flipped. Within an hour, Rachel walked into the studio. "Hey, everyone," said Rachel, smiling kindly. "I'm ready to get prepared. Who do I need to talk to first?" Kyle's partner. "Thanks for being here, Rachel. You should talk to Andrea about Make It first, and then wait for when Kyle arrives." Kyle, knowing he was duping everyone, began to giggle uncontrollably. It was then that he, like clockwork, ceased to be a ghost. The studio grew silent. Everyone stared at Kyle, head down, clutching his legs and giggling at the floor. Kyle froze. He had found himself in a situation he had not encountered before. Kyle stared up to crawl out of the studio on all fours, hoping his small form would avoid attracting more attention. Everyone wordlessly watched as Kyle slowly made his way across the stage, through the production set, and out the door. As soon as he was outside the studio, Kyle broke into an all-out sprint. Kyle made his way back to his apartment as quickly as possible. Kyle sat in his kitchen and processed what had happened during his day. He vowed that he would never haunt anything again. Kyle left. Alright, simple enough. Exit the bed. Um, let's open the closet, change an outfit. Let's go suit of armor. Suit of armor is always what you gotta do, right? Exit bedroom, move to kitchen, open fridge, eat crossed off fridge. Kyle started scraping the streaks of crud and spots of black mud off the walls of the fridge. After blocking out the filth from the sides of the fridge, Kyle bit into the crusty bloody spot. Ew. Several minutes of chewing later, Kyle finished chewing and swallowed the ball whole. Return to the, no, exit. Wait. Um, sit at desk. Write notes. Is your mother a mother? Beef mashed or blended? Do you ever smile? Do you feel guilty? Back to desk. Back to room. Exit bedroom hallway. Return. No, I keep going to the same place. Gosh dang it. Visit tech store. Steel Techno Gym. Um. Uh, well, oh, she doesn't know how to respond to that. Do you ever smile? Like seriously, Cal Sweaters. She'll stop smiling. If you're going to be on the show, you need to smile. Okay, so you're here to get views, and you'll get more views if you smile. Here, I'll show you how. Kyle turned to the camera and gave the audience a huge teeth clenched, bug-eyed grouse. Rachel nodded, obviously wanted to move on. Kyle asked another question. You feel guilty? Hitting her with a hard question. Rachel was, but what specific, Kyle? Things, general life. Rachel did not answer me. I think she said that everyone has things they regret, but those things aren't always what others would expect. Rachel folded her hands on her lap and didn't have anything more to say. A burning question from the fans, said Kyle. Beef, do you prefer it mashed or blended? Rachel answered quickly and honestly, mashed. And no more was said on that matter. After reading his question, well, Rachel, he said, if that's the case, why exactly did you decide to wear a suit of armor today? Before Kyle could answer, the camera shut down. The background. Kyle returned home, knowing the video had, but as he lay in the bed and dressed his lip, he felt that perhaps something was still missing. Exit the bed. Oh, brother, I don't know. Exit the bedroom. Leave apartment. Visit tech store. Steal techno gym. I want, I want techno gym. Greet and start conversations. Scream and spin. Slowly, Kyle started to twirl outside Gabby's arms upstairs. He tilted his neck upwards. As Kyle continued to spin, Gabby shut and locked her door. She did every time Kyle screamed outside her door. Eventually, Kyle ran out of breath and fell over. Back to street. Kyle walked out into the middle of the road and took a long move to kitchen, open fridge, prepare breakfast, smash. Kyle smashed his breakfast to a pulp using both fists. Return to kitchen. Return to hallway. Um, move to kitchen. Check pantry. can't do anything in the pantry. I forgot. Leave apartment. What am I doing? I keep going. I keep hitting the same things. Oh, I didn't hit close. Goodness, I gotta hit close. Exit. Open the closet. Choose an outfit. Jeans with, um, scavenge. I've done all this. Let's sit at desk. Let's write notes. Let's write no. Wait. Whoops. Skip. Let's exit the bed. Open the closet. Choose an outfit. Slick suit. Let's sit at desk, but check in desk drawer. Small key. Back to desk. Check in desk drawer. Flashlight. Back to key. Check in desk drawer. Wait. Gosh dang it. Sword change. Back to desk. Back to room. Exit bedroom to hallway. Leave apartment. Visit tech store. Buy batteries or change. Insert in a flashlight. Kyle walks. Still. Visit. No. Let's move to kitchen. Oh, I gotta hurry to set Rachel. I want to interview Techno Gym instead. Kyle roughly shoved Rachel out of her seat and placed Techno Gym in her steed. Hello, Techno Jim, said Kyle. I'm going to interview you today. Kyle grasped Techno Jim's hand and tried to shake it, but instead tore it off the cardboard frame. Kyle's producer, sensing viral media, pulled the belittled Rachel out of frame and motioned to the crew to go live. Cameraman moved, the lights flashed, and suddenly the studio was on air. Hi, I'm Kyle, said Kyle. And tonight, I'm going to interview a very special guest. He pointed at Techno Jim using the December arm. Techno Jim started to smoke from the heat of the lights. Would you like to introduce yourself? Asked Kyle. Knowing Jim would probably not speak, Kyle took it upon himself to be his voice as well. Hail, Kyle. Or hi, Kyle. He said, raising the pitch of his voice. My name is Rachel May, and I'm your very special guest. Rachel's expression of confused turned to shock. Well, Rachel, you look way too thin, absolutely terrible, and you should feel ugly. Kyle also gave Jim a meanful stare. Wow, Kyle, he said, I sure wish I could look like you. Techno Jim burst into flames. Instantaneously, the sprinkler system initiated. Curtains of water poured down from the rafters. Within seconds, the production equipment was doused in water. The set was soon abuzz with electrical fires. Cal's crew abandoned their post as cameramen and sound mixers to try to put out the fires. As the crew scrambled around, the cameras continued to run. Kyle sat motionless, staring forward. Eventually, the fires were all put out. Kyle's producer shut off the broadcast, leaving Kyle's vacant stare as the final frame. Kyle's ratings skyrocketed. Techno Jim became a staple on the show, often ending up destroyed by the end of each episode. Although Rachel did not come back on the show, her cardboard portrayal did. Rachel was very popular. Interviewed Rachel. Alright. Actually, no. Something. Sit at desk. Check in desk drawer. Sort of change. And check in desk drawer. Flashlight. Now, if I go back to room and I exit bedroom to hallway and I leave the apartment, I visit the tech store and I buy batteries and I turn to flashlight, then I go back to the tech shop, I return to street, return to the apartment, uh, return to the bedroom, open the closet, inspect with flashlight. Kyle shined his flashlight into his moist, cave-like closet that had not seen light in years. After several minutes of searching around with the light, Kyle saw something unusual in the back. A small metal box with a large button sat in the back, stamped with a travel time label. Leave it for another day. Take box for later. Take box for later. I don't know what the box for later is. Travel time. Kyle, bored of the situation, mashed the button, hardly reading the label above. The box hummed and shook. The outside metal grew, hot and slowly curved in on itself. In a moment, it was early in the morning. Kyle had gained several hours of preparation time. Wow. Interesting. So, sit at desk. Write notes for new. Are you a mother? Beef mash. I purposely ran out. Are you guilty? Checking desk drawer. Small key. Back. Open the closet. Choose an outfit. Suit of armor. Exit bedroom to hallway. Check locked door. Wait, it's the for the pantry. Move to pantry. Check pantry. Unlock with small key. Look at pantry. Pantry for now. Open fridge. Prepare breakfast. Eat. Return to hallway. Leave apartment. Visit tech store. I can't. Answer politely. Shake hands. No. Don't become Rachel May. Are you guilty? Are you a mother? Mash. I don't. So, very well. Okay. Open the closet. Choose an outfit. Suit of armor. Wait. If I. Okay. Let me see if I exit. No, leave the apartment. Dang it. Steel Techno Gym. Just consume Gabby. Check. Uh. Check pantry. Open fridge. Eat the condiment. Wait. I don't know what is gonna happen if I do all that. Forget her name from Amentia. I've done that, but this is all Amentia. I have 11 out of 12. Okay, exit the bed, sit at desk, check desk drawer, sorted change, back to desk, check desk drawer, flashlight, back to desk, back to room, exit bedroom, hallway, leave apartment, visit tech store, buy batteries, insert flashlight, back to tech shop, give review. Um, return to apartment, leave apartment. Nope, return to apartment, return to bedroom, open the closet. It's back to flashlight. Dang it. Messed it up. And I forgot to put clothes on. Dang it. Alright. Exit bed. Well, let's try this one more time. Sit as check-in desk drawer, flashlight. Check-in desk drawer, back to desk. Check-in. I keep messing that. Back to desk. Back to room. Open the closet. Choose an outfit. Slick suit. Back to room. Exit this. Return to bedroom. Exit bedroom to hallway. Leave apartment. Visit tech store. Buy batteries or change. Insert flashlight. Give review. Okay. Maybe if I give a review and if exit the bed. Exit bedroom to hallway. Leave apartment. Visit tech store. Give a review. If I give a review, right, and I still techno gym and a green start. Ask Gabby about Gabby. And then if I move to the kitchen, open fridge, eat, prepare breakfast, eat. Dang it. I don't have any. Didn't have any clothes. Dang. That's tough. If I just explode, gossip, back to bedroom, open the closet, choose an outfit, slick suit, scavenge, resources, leave him for another time. I don't know what else I can do on this, honestly. No, start podcast. Yeah, it's like you have to eat something. Exit the bed. Okay, exit bedroom to hallway. Move the kitchen. Open fridge. Prepare breakfast. Eat. Return to kitchen. Return to hallway. Leave apartment. Visit tech store. Give review. Return to apartment. Return to bedroom. Um, Return to bedroom. Sit at desk. Check in desk drawer. I messed up. Okay. Um, to politely shake hands. Blame Rachel for lack of notes. Rachel, I need to be honest. You're not terribly interesting. You could not think of what I should ask you. In fact, continued Kyle, I would far rather interview a fish than I would you. Furthermore, said Kyle, I'm not sure I could tell the difference between you and a fish. Kyle leaned back in his chair and desperately hoped the blame had been shifted adequately. Kyle glowered at Kyle. Kyle glowered back. Rachel left the studio. Kyle no longer had a guess and spent the next 42 minutes staring at the camera silently. Kyle blamed by brother, eh, blaming others. Okay, so sit at desk, check desk drawer, sword change, back to desk, check in desk drawer, flashlight, back to desk drawer, check in, small key, back to desk drawer, back to room, open the closet, choose an outfit, put a suit on, exit bedroom, move to kitchen, open fridge, prepare breakfast, eat, turn to hallway. No, god dang it, leave apartment. Visit tech store. Buy batteries. Insert flashlight. Back to tech shop. I have no. I have no time. Alright. Let's see what I can do. Right away, Kyle ejected from his seat and ran out of the studios quickly. After it became apparent that Kyle was not coming back, the producer ended the show and everyone went home. Okay. Wither away. Get out of bed anyway. Open the closet. Choose an outfit. Slick suit. Back to room. Exit. Sit at desk. Check gesture. Flashlight. Back to desk. Chest gesture. Sword change. Back to desk. Back to room. Exit bedroom to hallway. Leave apartment. Haunt around. Spook himself. Kyle could never. could think of nobody better than the spook himself. Kyle sat on the sidewalk and looked at the ground. He took a deep breath. Kyle began to scream uncontrollably as he had managed to spook himself by his very existence. Kyle jumped up from the sidewalk and began to run around, flailing his arms. Unfortunately, Kyle was unable to escape the fact that he was himself. Kyle spent several hours screaming, but as he screamed, Kyle realized it was becoming time for Rachel's interview. Continuing to scream, Kyle traveled to his studio. That evening, Kyle tried to do well by his duties and conduct the interview with Rachel, but being able to only express pure terror, the episode consists only of Rachel watching him scream. The episode was very popular. Kyle was asked to continue screaming in the next episode, and the next. Kyle's talk show was rebooted to Kyle is Scared with Kyle. The studio went on to produce many episodes. Kyle remained essentially terrified of himself. Kyle haunted himself. Wither away. Get out of bed anyway. Exits. Leave apartment. Haunt. Let's haunt my neighbor. Kyle believed that Gabby would be delighted to have him spook about a bit. Kyle started to slowly creep to Gabby's door in a very spooky way. He crouched by Gabby's door, cooing quietly and waiting for her to leave so he could cause her to spook. It didn't take long. Soon Gabby exited her apartment and started walking towards the car. Kyle crouched behind her, invisible to all senses. Gabby opened the driver's side door and got in. She seemed to be leaving for some errands. Kyle was struck with a wonderful idea. Kyle started to run to the back of Gabby's car. Perhaps if he could catch her before she left, he could hide in the trunk. Kyle could make noises as she drove. He could follow her around on her errands, knocking over small objects nearby. Gabby put the car in reverse and floored the accelerator. Invisible to all senses, Kyle was crushed underneath the back tires of the car, creating a large bump. Gabby figured she had hit the curb. She put the car forward and floored the accelerator again. Kyle became locked in an endless loop of Gabby trying to move her car out of her parking space, being run over repeatedly. As the day stared to wane, closer to the time of Rachel's interview, Kyle ceased to be a ghost per normal. Gabby neither noticed nor stopped. Kyle was forced to conduct Rachel's interview while being run over. Kyle's crew moved to the filming set next to Gabby's apartment. Rachel appeared. Kyle asked her many questions. They shared several laughs. The interview was successful. The sound of Gabby flooring her car's accelerator drowned out large sections of the episode. Kyle haunted Gabby. Or was he being haunted by her? um, Scavenge. Resources. Deal with Harry. Do I get another option with Harry? Because if I get an option with Harry, then... No, I don't get an option with Harry. Okay. Sit at desk. Check in desk drawer. Flashlight. Back to desk. Check in desk drawer. Sword change. Back to desk. Back to room. Exit bedroom to hallway. Leave apartment. Visit text door. Buy batteries or change. Insert flashlight. Active. Steal technogen. No! Okay. Gosh dang it. I didn't mean to hit her again. Gosh dang it. Um, oh brother, I forgot to put clothes again. It's like my third time. Much more than that. Slick suit. Back to room. Sit at desk. Check in desk drawer. Sword change. Back to desk. Check in desk drawer. Flashlight. Back to desk. Back to room. Exit bedroom. Leave apartment. Return to apartment. No, leave apartment. Visit text store. Buy batteries with change. Insert flashlight. Back to return to street. Return to apartment. Return to bedroom. Open the closet. Inspect with flashlight. Take the box for later. Answer politely. Time travel with Rachel. Good evening, everyone, said Kyle. Tonight, Rachel and I will time travel together. In one motion, Kyle grabbed Rachel's arm and pressed the red button on the time machine with his elbow. Kyle and Rachel were sent back to a time before human existence on Earth. They were standing next to a large lake. There was a forest behind them, full of singing birds. Lizards were everywhere. Kyle, dear, said Rachel, stern but not angry. You can't just do things like that. Rachel began digging in the dirt, looking for small, smooth stones. I'm sorry, Rachel, said Kyle. I got a bit of my head ahead of myself. Kyle began helping to look for stones. Well, it's okay, Kyle. I forgive you. Rachel took Kyle's stones and started to build a small stack on the ground. Kyle silently began shifting through the sand near the lake to find pure mud. Well, since we're here together, said Rachel, using nearby sticks to build a pyramid around the rocks. How are you? Oh, I'm fine, said Kyle, sticking pieces of shale together with the mud. I've been preparing for your interview all day. Rachel began to bundle nearby foliage into small parcels. Do you love being famous? She asked. Kyle used bones from the dead fish ashore to start crafting some energy capacitors. That's an interesting question, Rachel, he answered. There's ups and downs. How about yourself? I think I'd love to be unknown with a loving family, said Rachel. Being so recognized, it gets very lonely. Rachel started grabbing live birds as they flew by to make a nuclear reactor. I understand that incredibly well, said Kyle, extracting pure hydrogen from the lake using a reed siphon. This is not how this goes at all. There was a warm, understanding silence between them. After a few minutes, Kyle broke the silence. Can you pass me the arc welder when you're done? I need to weld these bioreactive plates together. Soon the pair had constructed a janky but workable return time machine. As they climbed in, Rachel and Kyle looked at each other. Both knew they had bonded. With the flick of a switch, the whir of an engine made out of a beaver pelt, and some pomps the Dew returned home. Later that evening, back at his apartment, Kyle thought about the time he had spent with Rachel. He was glad they had gotten the chance to take a trip together. Took a trip. Well, I've definitely unlocked a lot of endings, but I don't want to unlock more because this game's now, at this point, is getting boring. So I think I'm gonna end it here. I hope you enjoyed. I guess I could do guilty one more time, but it's so loud. I don't want to blow your guys' ears out. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Follow me, and have a great